Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome YouTubers to my channel. This is Jeff at Airtime Sports. And what I'm going to do in this intro video is just give you a quick overview of what kind of content we're going to have on this channel. But first, let me give you a quick little bio on myself. I am from and located in New Jersey, the southern part of the state. Born and raised just outside of Atlantic City. Later in life, moved up to the New York area where I went to school, shout out Monmouth Hawks, and worked for many years in logistics. But over the last couple of years, I've shifted gears, changed careers, and minimized the hours in which I worked. And what that's allowed me to do is really spend more time with the family and enjoy the finer things in life, such as going on roller coasters with my daughter, and of course, get back into collecting sports cards. I am a long-time eBayer, on and off. I had a store at one point, so I do that on the side. But I'm really just a big sports fan, like many of you, if you're even watching this video. So, without further ado, let's get into some of the cards that will highlight the different segments that I will be covering in my videos. I'm going to cover a lot of obscure, well, not obscure, but just obscure in the sports card sense, because a lot of sports videos out there cover, like baseball cards and football cards in the marketplace, but you don't really see a lot of videos with depicting the other sports. So that's what we're going to do here on this channel. So first off, we're going to take a look at some golf cards here at the showcase. And on the top, I see there Rory McIlroy and Brooks Koepka SI Kids cards. SI Kids or Kids cards are really prominent in the hobby for these alternate sports, so to speak. So there you see a couple there. And of course, what golf collection is complete without a Tiger Woods rookie card? This happens to be the 2001 Upper Deck version that I have here. But we will do mainstream sports such as baseball and football. So I do have some baseball cards. I have the Leaf Albert Pujols Rookie and Stars here. He's one of my favorite players. I'm a big fan of Barry Bonds, despite the whole PED thing. That's a debate for another time. This is the 1987 Donruss Error opening day card, one of my favorites. But aesthetically speaking, my favorite has to be this 1994 Sports Flicks A-Rod Artist Proof card. Really like this card. It's always been one of my favorite to look at. It's a really beautiful card. And again, with the PEDs aside, A-Rod is one of the greatest ever to lace up the cleats. Moving on, football. I have a ton of SI Kids football cards we'll look at. Really, the only current day card that I have of note is this Tom Brady, which is pretty much the holy grail in modern football card lore right now. We're even going to get into some really obscure sports cards, such as sports from, as you see here, cycling, field hockey, and auto racing. If you're thinking to yourself, whoa, those cards are just weird, yeah, because they are early 1900s cigarette tobacco cards. So that's where those came out of. We'll touch on those when we get to those sports as well. We'll do a segment on auto racing. Right here, you're looking at a Danica Patrick autographed card, limited print run 25. But I have many SI Kids auto cards from current and past drivers that we'll get into. One of my favorite sports to collect and follow is tennis. I'm a big Andre Agassi fan. I think he's one of the most underrated players of all time. But we'll get into that when we get to our tennis segment. Olympics. We're going to get into Olympics cards. There's many sports contained within the Olympics. Like you see here, I have a Mary Lou Retton autograph card. So we'll get into gymnastics a little bit. Speaking of Olympics, I don't think any Olympian is more decorated than Michael Phelps, of course, with all his gold medals. I believe it's 16 or 19, some crazy amount that I don't think will ever be surpassed. But anyway, here's two examples of his rookie card from 2005. This is Upper Deck. They were given away at the Hawaii Trade Conference show. Actually, there was only 10 of these given away, and I have 2 of them. I was fortunate enough to obtain 2 of them. So we'll definitely get into many of the Olympic sports. A ton of Sports Illustrated for Kids cards from the Olympic sports. And back to tennis. Let me not forget about Serena Williams, who really just transformed what she's done for the sport. Hands down, she's got to be the greatest female athlete of all time. So we'll touch on tennis. Some of the other sports we're going to touch on, let me see. We will go over to some examples of the Sports Illustrated for Kids cards, where I will tell you the sports we will get into. We will get into skiing. Here you see a Lindsey Vonn card, but we have a ton of cards from skiing and other Olympic sports. Snowboarding, of course, Shaun White has really turned that sport on its ear over the past decade, really brought that into prominence, especially with the X Games and such. Really a really nice card, and he has many cards from Sports Illustrated for Kids, so we'll show all those. Here is the card, of course, that started the craze of Sports Illustrated for Kids cards in 1996. This is the Tiger Woods rookie card. Really, this is his go-to rookie card, considered by many to be his true rookie card. So we'll look at that more closely when we get into the golf series, as I mentioned before. We'll get into track and field from the Olympics. We will get into volleyball. We will get into the WNBA, another really fun sport to follow. Right here, you're looking at a Breanna Stewart, one of the bright young stars of the WNBA. Of course, this is a rookie card back when she played with the University of Connecticut. We'll get into softball. We will get into boxing. There, you're looking at a Floyd Money Mayweather, who is pretty much retired. It's doubtful he'll ever fight again, but you never know with boxing. Always looking for the next big payday. Cycling, I think I mentioned that before with the tobacco cards. We'll do a set on cycling. More X Game cards. This is Tony Hawk, of course. He's really probably the most famous of skateboarder and X Gamer of all time. We will get into those cards as well. Moving on, we have soccer. A lot of soccer fans out there, so we will do a couple soccer series. We'll probably break it down into female and men's. Here you're looking at Meehan and Cristiano Ronaldo rookie cards. But yeah, we'll get into soccer as well. Like I said, we're gonna touch on all these sports cards. We're going to touch on all these different sports to run the gamut, and I hope you have you along for the ride. So until we get into those individual videos, thanks for watching and have a great day, YouTubers.